Welcome to the podcast from YourNextMe, a podcast that I'm doing live because I want you to participate, and I will be looking as well at the chat, if there is anything that you want to share. Why I do this live, it's because I feel that it is a moment to connect and not feeling alone. And this is the subject that I want to talk about today. It's about stopping to leading in silence. And I really see a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of actually leaders, managers, and founders thinking that they basically have to do things by themselves, that it is their duty to have to do everything by themselves. But actually, it's not. And it's a choice that they make. I'm Dominique, I'm a 10x performance coach, and I'm also the founder of YourNextMe. And YourNextMe really means that you actually want to go to your next level, that you have the possibility of taking the full potential of who you are. But that doesn't mean that you have to do everything by yourself or that you have to know everything. So basically, that is what I want to talk about today. I want to give you the 3 hacks that will help you to understand why it is important not to be alone or staying alone, but also what it is that you're losing if you're not taking action by being surrounded by people that can help you. And the 3 that I want to talk about today is the first one is that you're basically not recognizing your own blind spots. So if you don't have anybody next to you that can identify with you what your blind spots are, you will be missing out things. So we'll go a little bit more into details right away. The second one is the accountability. And it's very natural, human. It's, we have a lot of projects and objectives and things that we want to achieve. But at one point, we need somebody to keep us accountable because we lose track, we get overwhelmed, we have all those things happening to us. The third one is that isolation is not going to help you to make the right decisions. And sometimes you need somebody to help you to take the right decisions because otherwise you will go slow in your decisions. And time is something that we want to take out of the equation if we want to be efficient in what we're doing. So basically, I realized as a leader first, because before I was an entrepreneur and the founder of YourNextMe, I was a marketing leader in international organizations, leading to 50 people in my teams. But I realized very quickly that I was not made to be doing the things alone. And lucky enough for myself, I was quite vulnerable. And I was expressing that as well to people that I didn't know everything. I surrounded myself by the right people so that I had somebody that was specialized in each field. And even if I'm a very good generalist, because I know a lot of things about a lot of stuff, as I have done a lot of things in my life as well, but I realized quickly as well that just thinking that I had to do and know everything wasn't going to help me. So I needed to be surrounded by the right people to help me level up their game, but also my game. And so I thought this was a good one to do today because I noticed that as well with people in network events, in places that I go to, that they sometimes feel they just need to be doing the things themselves. And it's because they're afraid to invest probably money in making decisions and having to invest in themselves. Or it can be that they think they don't have time for it and that they have to find out things by themselves. So at least I'm not spending time in explaining it to somebody else. So there is a lot of little things that can go through your mind, the limiting beliefs that we have, that keeps you staying small in a way. Because if you're staying alone, it means that you're staying small and that you're not taking all the potential that you have to level up. So I want to really challenge you here today to think about that and maybe share with me as well in the chat if you have that feeling as well, that sometimes you feel alone or that most of the time you are, but you're not willing to say it. So if you show that vulnerability, my God, that's a difficult word. If you show that, you probably will be in a much better position because you will see that people around you are willing to help you. People are there to help each other. And there is absolutely no reason why they won't do it because I'm pretty sure that you are willing to do it as well for others. So let me go a little bit deeper in each one of the hacks that I have here for you. So the first one I was saying is about your blind spots. And actually not recognizing your blind spots could really cost you money, because you set up a strategy, you set up your actions, but you don't always see exactly where something is missing. And so you're doing a lot of stuff, and in the end, it's not paying back, or it's not giving you the results that you want to have. And you wonder why, but you're not in a position where you think you can ask it other people. And so what happens is that you continue doing the same thing, and you wonder still why it's not working. So blind spot can be recognized by people that are having an helicopter view on your business with you. It can be a coach, it can be a mentor, it can be by scanning things, by doing a market research, sending it to clients, asking people. All those things can help you to identify your blind spots. But I'm thinking that being surrounded by, like, for example, I'm giving an example of myself now. I am coached by Grant Cardone, but I'm also in a group of coaches that are all in the same environment, but all have their specialties. And in the groups that I am with, I can exchange that. We do role plays, we discuss things. We realize that actually we support each other to recognize the things that don't work, and we set aside some time to work together. But I also have been coached by other people, and coaching is really something that I recognize as well as being a really efficient way of helping people to recognize their blind spots. And it is an investment in yourself, but it truly is an investment that is paying back. So that's the first one. The second one is keeping you accountable. You can keep yourself accountable. If you're very structured, you're very focused, and you know exactly how to keep yourself accountable, you probably will be able to do it. But that needs consistency. It needs discipline. It needs courage as well. It needs a lot of things that make you being consistent every day and every single day over and over again. If you don't have the right targets, that's already first thing. It's very hard to keep yourself accountable. If you don't have that calendar that is filled up with the right things that you need to do every day, and you're not measuring what you're doing, and you're not keeping analytics behind it to see where you are, and if those things that you are doing are keeping you in the right direction, it's not going to give you the right results if you're not doing it. So again, accountability is really important, and keeping that with a group of people again is so much easier. So that can be through a mastermind, that can be through networking that you do, or that you meet some people and you ask them to keep you accountable, that you set up kind of buddy relationship. It can be as well that you're just joining an accountability group, or you joining a coaching group where you have workshops and where you can be kept accountable as well. I have this every week. We have an accountability group with my buddies, and every week we keep each other accountable with the line. It's a structure that I use in my coaching as well. We share a win because we always want to start with positivity. So the L is the last win of the week. Then we have the I from instant challenge. So what is my instant challenge? And can somebody help me to solve that one? Then we share the O from opportunity. And then we share as well the next action so that people can keep me accountable for that next action again. So we do this every week. And I have a mastermind group with a group of 8 ladies. And in the WhatsApp group, we do that as well. We keep each other accountable. We share our wins, we share our challenges. And in the mastermind itself, we go into an intervision so that we can keep up the challenges going in the sense of finding solutions, obviously. And each one is participating in this because we have so much more knowledge together than if you have it all by yourself. And so again, choose what fits for you. What is it that you need to keep yourself accountable? The third one is the decisions that you make. If you take too much time to make a decision, you probably will start to get less confident. You probably will get in a space where time is taking over from you and you're not using the time in an efficient way to do the things that you need to do. So if you're like delaying things and taking, the time to make decisions, then it might as well be that somebody else is taking the opportunity that you have missed because you didn't take the decision. So for those that taking a fast decision will most probably always be in a better position. You have to think it through a little bit, obviously, because if you're too fast and that you're doing it too much only on intuition, but you don't think it a little bit more over in a factual way, those both are really important to combine. But it might as well be that you're not always in a good position to take a decision because you don't have a sparring partner. You don't have somebody that you can discuss things through. By discussing things through, you will get into a faster space of thinking and you will make a quicker decision. For example, yesterday I was here at home with friends and I started discussing the project that I have with real estate, and I made an offer for a building that I want to split and sell each unit separately. But a lot of challenges came in that project. And by discussing it with my friends yesterday, they challenged me with questions as well. And I realized very quickly that the deal that I was about to make was actually not the right deal for me and my concept and what I wanted to do with it. So immediately I took action last night and I wrote an email to the real estate agent to let him know that I was not going with the deal and I was stopping the deal. I feel bad about it because I thought maybe it was an opportunity, but by making that time and discussing it and being challenged, I could put the pros and cons of the deal in, right on paper so that it gave me a clear vision of what I needed to do. So again, those 3 hacks are going to make the difference. If you're having somebody that helps you to identify your blind spot, if you have somebody that helps you to keep accountable, and if you have somebody that can help you to make quicker decisions, and it doesn't always have to be the same person, but if you do, then it means that you're ready to be coached and that you can take action with a coach to get you accountable, finding your blind spots, and making sure that you're taking the right decisions and quickly. So I would say, look at yourself now. What is it that you're doing right now to not keep yourself in a place or in a space where you are lonely? And lonely is a choice. It's something that you choose, even if it's unconscious, but you choosing that. If you become an entrepreneur, in the beginning, we always know that a lot of things are going to be done by ourselves. But now we are in a world where everything is very chaotic. Everything is, it's not linear anymore. It is very confusing. It's uncertain. And all those things is not helping an entrepreneur to be strong in the business that he's building. And a lot give up after, in the first 5 years of their entrepreneurship, they give up because they don't know how to do it. They think that they have a passion. Well, they probably do. We all have a passion when we start as an entrepreneur. We have a passion and we think that we know exactly how to do things. But very often we take too much time to go where we need to be. And so if you feel you are in that space, if you haven't made your first 100,000, but you're already as an entrepreneur for working for 3-4 years and you're still not at that place, or you are at 150, but you still haven't been able to scale up. It might be that you haven't found out what your blind spots are. It might be that you're thinking still to have to work by yourself and you're not getting support from other people like VAs or virtual assistants or a mentor or a coach or whoever. And it can as well be that you're not taking the right decisions. If you're not taking the decision to be coached or to be helped with, then obviously you are already in a space where it's going to weaken you. So if we're looking at YourNextMe, I have built a few programs around this to help you. A program that is the Yes Academy, where you can sit with a group of entrepreneurs to work through your marketing, your sales, even your mindset, which is a very important place. Your mindset it's going to help you to be successful. If you don't have that one, it's going to be really hard. I have the mastermind that you can join so that we meet every 2 months have a day in a nice place somewhere in Belgium. And we basically set up the different challenges that we want to discuss, and we look at our actions for the next coming 2 months. I also have the growth picnic that I'm organizing once a year. I started last year. I'm doing it this year again. This is again in Belgium. It's at my place. I have a big garden, and entrepreneurs, founders come here with their picnic basket. We do speed dating. We have games. We engage with each other. I saw people going back home last year with new connections. Some people did business. Some others joined the workshops of others. It was really beautiful to see how much was happening. And that is exactly what I think needs to be done. I really want to make sure that you feel supported, that you feel connected with people, and that you know that you have a space where you can be vulnerable. Oh, I said the word right. So if you feel this is the right time right now to have this kind of discussion and know what you actually need to move on and go to that next level, I would be really happy to have a discussion with you in a clarity call so that we can see strategically what you need and if I can help you to do this. If you like this, if you want to have more of those hacks, if you want to have more of topics that you're not certain about, drop me a chat, say something about the topic that you want to talk about, and that I can give you this in a live podcast next time. And if you like this, obviously I will put the replay on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. And so you can like it, you can share it. It would be nice because then we help a lot more people to do the same. And it's again, the objective of today. It's not to stay lonely, but it's definitely to get out of your house, out of your comfort, and meet people, discuss things, exchange, do this as much as possible, but start by making that decision not to stay by yourself, but being surrounded by the right people. I hope this has helped you. I wish you a very nice day, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.